Welcome back to the podcast. In today's episode, we are diving into something that goes beyond science textbooks but still deeply connects with science itself. Welcome back to today's episode: spiritual healing, faith, energy, and inner peace. Now, when you hear spiritual healing, you might imagine rituals, prayers, or meditation, isn't it? But what if I told you science actually supports a lot of what people feel when they experience healing through faith or energy? Sounds like what? Isn't it? Yeah. Let me break it down for you step by step so we will understand in detail what I'm trying to tell. Number one, faith and the brain. Faith. Faith isn't just a belief, it actually has a biological impact. There is something actually called placebo effect, where simply believing you will get better actually triggers healing chemicals in the brain. It is true. Science actually supports that. The moment you start believing in whatever you want to believe, you can literally feel the change in real time. Dopamine and endorphins are released, you know, pain level drops, and stress decreases in general. Brain scans even shows that when people pray or meditate, the prefrontal cortex, the part where brain responsible for the focus, lights up. At the same time, the amygdala, the stress and fear center, calms down. At the same time, both happens. So yeah, the faith is not just a hope. It's actually, we can call it like a neurological reset button. By believing on whatever good things you want to believe in, you do have a real impact in real time. You might not feel it or you might not notice it because of so much of distractions or whatever, but there is a real impact in real time. So, yeah, let's move on to the energy and the body part. Now let's talk about the energy. Every cell in our body produces electricity, isn't it? Your heart beats through tiny electrical signals, and your brain communicates through electric impulses. And here is the fascinating part. Alright? Scientists now can measure the electromagnetic field of your heart a feet away from your body. Yep, that's real, tangible energy radiating from you. When you breathe deeply, when you practice mindfulness, you're not just calming your mind, you're literally shifting your body's energy flow. Oxygen increases, stress hormones drops, and you feel lighter. So those who are actually following or prayers or doing mindful walking or mindful anything in general and practicing meditation and stuff, these people already know, like when you do the prayers, you already know the fact that actually you are the one who is responsible for changing your own life. The miracle happens the moment you sit in silence and start praying, which means you are telling your own self and your own brain to act according to that. And that's the reason why most people might have experienced in their lives, like, oh, I went to this place, I went to that place, a religious place or anything where it is so calm. So peaceful, and I prayed there, my wishes came true, right? We all might have heard this thing, isn't it? But the truth actually is, you are the one actually responsible for making that happen in the first place by choosing yourself to believe whatever you want to achieve. And for that, you needed that quiet space to get that clarity. So you believed in it, you had some faith in that, and then it became the reality. See? And most people got confused that okay, I went to this place so that my things and wishes all came to true, and it's real and everything, so I will keep going there, which is actually a good thing, not a bad thing. But the whole point there was make yourselves to sit there with yourself and you strongly believe that this is possible in that given moment, and you act accordingly after that. That's actually the whole point. Yep, it works. Because the reason why I am saying is there are people who doesn't even step into religious places, temples, or churches, mosques, or any other religious places. They never do, but they do sit in their own home, own rooms, and then just 5 to 10 minutes of meditation, or sit in their a corner or somewhere just in peace and calm their mind and think about what they want to achieve in life, and then they do it, isn't it? This is what happening. This is what is always happens for most people. So those who actually practice meditation and prayers and chanting or any such things, they are just telling themselves that they can do this. That's all it's always been. I know it might sound and trigger few people, but I'm not saying or talking about your practice. I'm only talking about how the brain responds. All right, the how we feel by doing this. That's my whole point here. So, anyways, we will move on to the inner peace and the science of calm. All right, inner peace might sound abstract, but it's actually a chemical too. Meditation basically lowers your cortisol, the stress hormone, and raises serotonin, which is basically the happiness chemical. Again, even your heart shows this peace. A high heart rate variability, HRV, means your body is flexible and balanced, able to handle stress. Practices like meditation, chanting, or prayers improve this balance. And here is the kicker. Research shows people who practice consistent spiritual or meditative routines have stronger immune systems. They get sick less often and recover faster. Have you seen this? I have seen this. So many people. They are like, they do every single day at particular point of time. They sit in some quiet place, do the prayers and stuff. They are the ones usually, less sick because their body is pretty much triggered with happy hormones, and they are in that calm state. They, even if they get sick, they recover very faster than other people. Yeah, I have seen this in with my own eyes. I have witnessed it many times. So yeah, it is true. Let's just connect the bridge between science and spirituality here. So here is the bigger picture, all right? Faith gives you the mental framework, okay? Energy is the biological and electrical flow that powers you. And inner peace is the result where the science and spirituality shake hands, isn't it? Spirituality or spiritual healing isn't about, rejecting science or anything. It's all about understanding how faith, energy, and peace literally change your brain chemistry, your nervous system, and your immune function. Basically, in other words, healing you feel is real and it's measurable. Simple. So that's the thing comes with the spirituality and everything. It all connects to the science in one way or another. The basically science tells the same thing and spirituality says the same thing. But there's been a lot of miscommunication or like misinterpretation of things that happens, because if you understand the whole point and the whole concept of this is to make your brain and body all right, to bring it into a very calm and meditative kind of a thing, meditative state, let's just say. So you can actually feel in real time that the brain chemistry, the nervous system, on your immune functions improves significantly in a very positive way. It happens. That's why I said healing you feel is basically real and it's actually measurable. So that's why I mean both these things are pretty much the same thing. One says science, other says spirituality. It's almost the same things. Everything focuses on human bodies, isn't it? Brains and bodies and nervous system, how we respond and all these things. So yeah, there we go. I would like to keep this episode very light. That's why I'm gonna I structured it this in such a way. All right. So thank you so much for tuning in for today's episode. If today's episode resonated with you in some way, take a deep breath, sit in silence for a few minutes, and notice how your body responds. That's your inner science at work. Yeah, I'll just add a poll in the comment section. So if you really do this, then you check it out there. All right. I think that's only works in Spotify, but that's okay. And I would like to thank you all, and I hope you had a great New Year celebrations 2026. I hope you are all doing great, and until next time, stay grounded, stay curious, and keep seeking that balance of mind, body, and spirit. This is Dr. Mukund signing off. Catch you in the next one.